You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do eat no money, what people at you, it no at you. Covid money, miss away in the little rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste my must have statue. Say me like a catch you, but me got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, gal and say that it's not you. One day the man above end up in my gut up. Too much eating at the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300%
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption peace.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rap and they down in our river. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
When they treat the market man,
It burn me.
when them a treat the cat man,
It burn me.
when they treat the peanut man,
It burn me.
when them a treat the dirt man,
It burn me.
when them a treat the son man,
It burn me.
when them a treat policeman,
It burn me.
how them a treat soldier man,
It burn me.
how them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime.
Stibby dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. How honor the like and share the live, please. Send go call Andrew Wholeness. So we're minding business. Me just write down something. Send go call Andrew Wholeness. So we're minding business. And we hear things where we want to ask him, say. And call the one-year doctor. We want to ask him if the sergeant is a sacrifice and if him and Desmond McKenzie are going to go at war now that them kill Desmond McKenzie, henchman. Call the whole of them. I'll be a mix-up of one, you know, between Chai Bridge, this murder, police, I'll be a banger of Western Kingston bangarang, believe it or not. Some monkey would have used a stick to poke in the river before they cross it. But did Dwight Construction really tender for this contract? Or is Dwight Construction a front man for someone else on high? A big man, we will explore tonight. Good night and welcome. Thank you to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderator, membership holders, viewers and subscribers, commenters and trolls. Good evening, Eugene Thomas, David Jervis, Marcia Thomas, Eugene Thompson rather, and Marcia Thomas. David Jervis, good evening. Elaine Turner, Natalia Freeman, Sharon Bernard, Jeanette Riley. Good evening, Gloria Morris. Sunshine. Althea. Bros. Brenda Elson. Loris Beckford, JC, Sonia Johnson, Lennis Reed, Elaine Turner, Shelley Oban Iris, Nifty Friend, Izzy Holder, Angela 48249, how are you? Elijah B, Violet Watson, Elga Fletcher, Vin Hamilton, Markland Fagan, Lloyd Chambers, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're Mine Western Kingston Pepper Business this evening. Did Dwight Construction really tendered for that contract with the government? And can the government provide the public information of the tender and the procurement for the contract so we can really see that it is really Dwight, or is the contract given to a Tivoli Garden strongman prime minister? We want to know tonight if the contract was given to a Tivoli strongman down at Jim Ashley. Like and share the live, please. Let's look at the start of Troy Bridge.
Colors. Okay. All right. So this is how it started, people. We just got this footage from a person, so we upload it right now to give you a better understanding of what took place. All right. But there's in the first place the tractor shouldn't go right there because it's already broken. Some big crack in the bridge, people. So in the first place, him shouldn't go there. So. All right. So this is what happened, people. This is what happened. All right. All right. So if you're watching this video, please share, people. Please share. Share in every family group. All right. So people who don't know the Troy Bridge work on the way, but.
Remember, these are contractors. Health and safety inspection. There's a thing that you call risk assessment. Risk assessment. Dwight Construction. Risk assessment.
No, unfortunately, the bridge kind of come to a halt because of this accident. All right, but work soon begins soon and shortly. All right, so I'm gonna show you before and after. All right, so if you're watching this video, please share it, people. Please share it. All right, see what I'm going to know. And me hear that some persons were telling him not to go on there with the tractor because it's a very heavy equipment and the infrastructure couldn't hold that equipment, so unfortunately he never listened. So this is where it happened now, people. See it here now. See what I go now. Yes. As you can see cleanly. Alright? Yes.
Push up this go front. rat no goody. Rock away blood clot. I tell us a blood class now come down. I tell us it's now come down, man. I tell you, you know.
I can't joke, you say come back off, I can't.
I tell you, shall lie, man.
He don't get hurt, though. I'm glad the man don't get hurt. I'm not glad.
Everything bang for him.
Glad everything don't get hurt. Something don't get hurt.
Can't roll over. I want to come and can't get it back off the bridge again. He can't come back off the bridge again for the company. Me say, when the depend on this episode just a drop, it can't blood clot go back off.
Yeah, as I see it, please share the video, alright? Yes, please share the video, my people, alright? So the whole bridge gone, as you can see. This is a freak accident, people. I'm taking out the heart rate right now. I see we can't go up close. Wow. But no life has taken it, people. No life has taken, alright?
Monkey normally joke tick in a river before they cross. For test, that's called risk assessment. Sharon Peart, Anthony, Daisy Magazine, veteran, Born Again, O Lord, EM, Elder Fletcher. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. A monkey crossing a river would use a piece of stick to test. It's called risk assessment. These people are meant to be engineer, contractors, civil engineers, and all of the nears you can think about. But that's a shoddy start. Don Fox. One would lead you to ask further question. Are these people really qualified for the contract given? And did they go through the proper tendering and procurement process in order to get this contract? Or is it that the contract was given to a JLP strongman and the JLP strongman subtracted to do right construction? I wonder if the Prime Minister, the Portfolio Minister of the National Works Agency, will be able to assist us, Deborah Lynn White. Now them have to go get crane to lift out that. I don't think it would damage it so bad, you know, Deborah. It's about getting it back out of Wowo yonder there, so. Yvonne Millicent, how are you? But the truth be told, I'll be a panka guan. Because question asks of you, Horace Strong, did you order the assassination? Is this a convoluted assassination like how no did convolute for Kevin assassination? Those questions are being asked. Questions are being asked, Horace Strong. Is there going to be peace between Desmond McKenzie and Horace Chang now that Horace Chang has killed Desmond McKenzie's bad man, Desmond McKenzie's henchman and gunman? Desmond McKenzie's big man in Western Kingston. Is there going to be peace between Tivoli Gardens and the police? Pauline Dix. Is there going to be peace between Tivoli Gardens and the police? Dion Singh, it is said, runs the mini-mart that washes Tivoli Gardens' Koch family's money. So if Dion Singh is taken out, there's a big blow to the Koch family money washing. Is there going to be peace? Anne Marie Williams. Is there going to be peace between Western Kingston and the Jamaica Constabulary Force? Because Ono hit hard in a Dodos camp. This Jamaica Labour Party government, the more information I'm getting, and Isabel Rose, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining. Colleen Allen, Jeanette Mundy. The more and more information is coming, it shows how heavily connected this Jamaica Labour Party is to gangs and dons and bad men, even when they pose as Western Kingston businessmen or corporate area businessmen. There's a heavy crime connection, Ralston Henry, EM, between such and the government, particular this Jamaica Labour Party. Now we know Zeeks was friendly to the other side, but we're dealing with those on a particular reason now. Who is Justin Prime Minister? Justin, is it Ogilvy or O'Kelby? Who is Justin? Was the contract awarded? I've been a Sarkodie. Was the contract awarded to the Western Kingston businessman Justin Ogilvy, who subcontracted to Dwight Construction? Who was the contract really awarded to Prime Minister? Why is it that we really can't find those information on the National Work Agency website? Found where we are searched, but them information they're not really readily available. We are told the contract has been given to Dwight's Construction. But is it really Bernard Timpson? Or was it that the contract was given to Justin Ogilvy? Was it not the same Justin Ogilvy who got the contract for the roads in Portmore, who also subtracted that contract to Dwight's Construction? So is it that Prime Minister Dodos and his clans from behind bars is still getting contract from the government? Is it that the Jamaica Labour Party still have to be appeasing the president and its clans with government contract? So we want to know. We want the information. Look like if we go put in AI, forget them your information. Yeah. I wonder if Zara Burton start work on this yet. Because there's no, for such a big contract. I wonder, anybody find out where the other 151 million come from yet? Because we were told in this year's budget about the 80 million that the Prime Minister, Mr. Gray, is putting forward, allocated in this year's budget perspective power, Rosemary. But the other 151 million, I wonder why this contract is so expensive. I really wonder why this contract is so expensive, $231 million. But if you remember during the Tivoli incursion, this same Justin Ogelbe, in the seizure, Jamaican Carlos, Wagwan Rule, in the seizure from Dodo's house, Justin Ogelbe name come up and things, money were seized for Justin Ogelbe. Also in the whole Tivoli Galangin, there was a debacle between him and the National Commercial Bank, where they are look after all and account them, because one knows that the bank of them in pan the crime, as well as these government and gunmen. So both Dodos and Justin were getting contracts from the whole of them, because you know, say both sides of the kinds are friends, you see. But if the contract Prime Minister is given to Justin Ogelbe, we want to know that it is given to your Tivoli strongman Prime Minister. If the contract is being fronted, because I am told by people high up in your party that this contract, Dwight Construction does not have the money to tender for this contract. Neither do they have the expertise, which Prime Minister one could argue is shown on the first day of the job. I am being told confidently by people in your party, Prime Minister, this Dwight Construction is a subcontractor. It is how the Jamaica Labour Party continue to pump money into the Western Kingston clan, the Tivoli Gardens clan, but it is fronted by Dwight Construction. But the contract was really given to the businessman Justin Ogelbe, one of the Tivoli strongman, badman, danman. He was the money washer for president, before the Tivoli incursion, was it not? He was involved in a lot of the seizure, court battle. You remember that article? All those articles about Justin Ogelbe. Justin also had a son which was murdered in 2018 at some gas station somewhere in the corporate area. So this is still the love affair between the Jamaica Labour Party and Western Kingston. Even though them adjust it up, even though them adjust it up, like we're not doing business with them anymore, we're doing business with this contracting company. But I am told Dwight Construction doesn't have what it takes to get the contract from the government. The contract has been given to the Tivoli strongman, but is fronted by Dwight Construction, who is subcontracted by Justin Ogelby. A big corruption a going in the Western Kingston Galangin. The murder we used to happen halfway, the double murder, but me hear Stephanie Lindsay. Come here, go play again in a Liard. Liard and wicked holy promote Stephanie. Because remember the same way when Kevin Simmet dead in Stephanie, you come out with the holy power. Holy promote you come out with. Holy promote Steph. It's a holy promote you come out with. And you come back out with the holy promote again. These are the things these deceivers do. Hold on there. I think this is it. No, that's not it. Hold on. And Fitzbilly not to come out yet. Fitzbilly not to be reached out yet to come Wassara confused with. When Fitzbilly thought come tell we how cow jump over moon and the whole of them something there. At that time we got confused. But Stephanie Lindsay's story is not convincing. And I'm so waiting to hear the family's side of the story. I am really waiting to hear if the family is going to dispute Stephanie Lindsay. I will not comment on anything Dr. Chang did not say because I did not hear and I did not understand. And me now go walk and tell lie like them. So me never hear what Dr. Chang say. Me no understand what Dr. Chang say. And me now go repeat in a comment on it. But Stephanie Lindsay said a lot.
So what we know is that sometime after 5, about 5:45, there was a very...
All right, here the lie what me never remember to call you out pan this morning. Liard Stephanie. When you say they were taken to hospital Liard and they were pronounced dead, you know how long gonna have the two dead man lay down pan up there because everybody recognized them the thief tone dead. So don't tell the lie about we're taken to hospital and nothing don't go so. That was another lie that you told. We forget to pick you up on it this morning. Liard Steph, nothing don't go so. Don't talk it.
Unfortunate incident here at the Halfway Tree police station. What we know as a fact is that Detective Sergeant was in the process of transporting a businessman from the court because he was attending court on a matter, taking him to his office. Sometime during the journey from the court to his office, he attacked the detective sergeant. A tussle ensued. During the tussle, another police officer saw what was happening and intervened. During that process, the businessman pulled the firearm from the officer and he immediately fired a shot. And Sergeant was hit. And understand that.
She tell the story like when Don't Speak Near Child memorize poem.
The businessman then turned the firearm at himself. They were both taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. As it relates to the identity of the officer, there was a very unfortunate incident here at this point.
That was the lie. They were pronounced dead on the scene. That they were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead is a lie, Stephanie. Steph, it's a lie. Nothing don't go so. Nothing don't go so. You never even move the two dead man immediately, Steph. Nothing don't go so. Don't say so, Steph. It don't go so.
Because our chief chaplain, along with the chaplaincy team, they are trying to make contact with the family. And the last time I spoke with him, they are not yet officially informed. So as soon as they're informed, we'll be able to give his identity afterwards. As it relates to the businessman, we can name him because the unfortunate thing is that his family was at the station at the time of the incident. And he has been identified as Dian Singh. He's a businessman that is well known, Dian Singh Auto. So that is what we're able to share at this time. And just to say that we have here a number of persons who are supporting the police officers here. It's a very unfortunate information. We have the leadership of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And we
Did Dr. Chang order the assassination of Sergeant Kevin Main? Did Dr. Chang order the assassination of one of his very own?
have various stakeholders just supporting, and also our minister came to lend some support to the police officers here. So as you'd be aware, it's a very emotional situation right now. You know, we all know the detective sergeant is 47 years old, a veteran detective in the Jamaica Constabulary Force for many years, very hardworking, and we never anticipated anything like this, so we are treating with it emotionally. Indicom was informed. We also have the Inspector General that's here because it was a shooting incident, so it warrants an investigation. So that's about what we know just now and can share. I think what based on what we're going to be looking at some other information because we understand that one officer may have fired, but we are now going to have to look at some other things to see and see what the investigation will prove. But we understand at least one officer may have fired after they heard fire explosions, etc.
So what were the circumstances under which he was being taken from court to his office by the police?
All right, so what we know that he was before the court on some fraud-related matter. Whilst at court, a fresh report came to the detective, and at the end of the session, he was offered bail. He was in the process of continuing that investigation, taking him to his office when the unfortunate incident happened.
Can you say what led to the incident at all?
Certainly not. We just know that he just attacked the officer, slammed the officer, and shot. No, there were no other injuries reported.
I understand his wife was also charged as well. Can you speak to that?
I'm not sure. I would have to speak to the investigators. That was not part of my brief.
Okay.
A tragic situation, very traumatic situation. I was a bit aware of it that we have lost another active officer on police property. I thought it would be wise to come here and show my support and give some more support to the men here. Happening on the compound of the police station makes it a very bizarre incident, and certainly I said that it's traumatic and the men here will work. He was at work. You know, when the police officers go on an operation, I can understand and you don't expect it to happen, but you can, as you say, wrap your head around it. That's something happened when the police officer gets shot. But to be shot on property just conducting routine activity is a very, very traumatic and bizarre activity. The police deserve all the support and understanding we can have in a state like this to see a colleague who is like that. A very capable young colleague, sergeant of police in CIB, you know, hard-working officer, and we're glad to lost his life. It's very tragic.
It depends. They are usually uncuffed.
So in these circumstances, can you say whether or not this individual was handcuffed? Why? I guess he was not.
He was not handcuffed, and the investigation will probably provide some more information. But based on what we saw and we heard, he was not handcuffed at the time. To do the investigation, and then based on the findings, then we can start making decisions and recommendations. So right now, we just have to rely on what the investigation will unfold, other than what we know.
I didn't understand a word Horace Chang said. I'm unable to comment on anything Horace Chang said. Stephanie Lindsay, though, told a lot of lies. Stephanie Lindsay struggled to even tell you what she had tell you said. Struggled to convince you of the lie what she had tell. This is a gang warfare, and the gang leader turn up on scene. But you notice when Horace Chang had the assassination, Horace Chang did it. When Horace Chang do a sacrifice, you notice him always the pan scene with the dopey them to drink up the fresh blood. You don't notice that. Remember when Horace Chang and Kevin sacrificed the people them down at the church of Montego Bay? Who was on scene? Dr. Chang and the dopey them ready for drink blood. Who dispan the bloody scene again? Dr. Chang on the bloody scene, ready. Me freeze. But you must still hear me. Ready for drink blood. Me come back in emotion. Ready for drink blood. There is a mess between Western Kingston badman or politicians and our police. God help the people of Jamaica. There is a ring formed around the people of Jamaica by a badman politician, donman and gunman and businessman and police. God help the people of Jamaica. Because this is story more spooky and phony than Donald Trump assassination. But still on the one with a believe it. On the one with a run and talk something where Stephanie Lindsay can't even explain to herself. Stephanie Lindsay don't even know what she had explained to herself. But that is the news on the one if you can. No, Dr. Chang, I want to know where you ended up with them that they do. And why on the turn up come tell so much a lie? Why you not tell the lie so you carry the body them go to hospital, Dr. Chang? How long on have the two body lying down? At the police station, Dr. Chang, when Stephanie Lindsay come tell we about taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. Nothing don't go so. Nothing don't go so. They were pronounced dead on the scene. Stephanie Lindsay told a lot of lies. A lot of lies. Can we believe anything that Stephanie Lindsay said? Is the story the way Stephanie Lindsay explained? Or will there be another shocking side to the story when Deion Singh's wife speaks in public on this story? Or when Fix Bailey, when Reverend Fix Bailey, fix we over the precipice, Bailey. When Reverend Fix we over the precipice, Bailey come out, you don't feel so we had to go further in a cloud. Because you know every time Fix Bailey mouth open, all the way up in a cloud we gone so. Wait till Fix come out with his finding from the investigation. Remember say Fix still we say nobody not broke in an entry and tab up and shut up the man. But the man stab up and shut up. Yes, Fix. So wait until the Fix side of the story come out. So it's a messy affair going on in Western Kingston at the moment. You wonder what is going on between Western politician and Western badman. If the target was Deion Singh, who ordered Deion Singh killing then? Who ordered Deion Singh killing? Beat and teach. Has Deion Singh gotten out of hand? Has Deion Singh gotten out of hand? Has the Jamaica Labour Party lost control of Deion Singh like they've lost control of Prezi? Remember when them did arrest Dodo's son? Have the Jamaica Labour Party lost control of their bad men? And who they can assassinate, they have to send them to prison. I asked the question to someone today. Why is it that when the People's National Party is in power, the crime statistics seem to be a bit lower than when the JLP is in? The way it was described to me, it would sound alarming, but it's realistic. It was described in a way that when the PNP was in power, the PNP allow the bad man them, the Dan man them, whether be JLP or PNP, to keep the crime down by keeping control of all the different gangs and things out there. But what the Jamaica Labour Party has done is when they're in power, they let them loose, or since the Bruce Golden era, they start sending them to prison, which would leave the gang to roam lawless, and there's no control like Zeeks or Prezi or them lot who would probably call Montego Bay and say to those youth, Efre no go down there, call Anova and say, Efre, or call Clarendon and say, no, done with that. They said this is why the crime is escalating, because there's no type of those strong men that the gangs listen to anymore, because neither the politicians or the police cannot really speak to the gangs. They will listen to men like Prezi or others, the strong men. And it is a mad way to understand it, is a mad way to explain it, but it is the reality of our country. But there is a deep rooted problem in the very top of our politics when it comes to the connection with Western Kingston, both sides of the fence, but arguably the JLP is so intertwined, and when they're in power, you can see it loose and lawless. Prime Minister, who got the contract for Toy Bridge? Was it Dwight Construction? Or was it given to the Tivoli strongman, Justin Ogilvy, the friend and business partner of Dodos? And is Dodos' influence still getting contract behind bars, Prime Minister? Because we know say Tivoli control Jamaica Labour Party politics, you know, and them have to listen to Tivoli. But them say Rukus coming for Andrew, because, hey, what do you mean, believe me? If Labour, if PNP supporters were as disgruntled as Labour supporters at the moment in the way the Prime Minister is handling, the government in itself is handling the relief effort, they would be out on the street already. May I tell you, Labour people are disgruntled. Flight Green, me don't know what's going to happen to for your seat. Hey, Flight Green, you are so at risk. I mean, the entire Jamaica Labour Party is at risk, and they know they're losing the... Andrew, you say you plan for election November. I heard it, Andrew. You want to put your foot in the water before conference, because it's quite likely that the deeper you dive into the pit of strife, is the more your party will seek to fling you under the bus before November's conference. So y'all work hard, forget a reprieve, to call a snap October, November election. Hey, call it, Andrew, call it. Call it, Andrew. Call the election. The whole country is ready. I don't think vote buying would work this time. Call the election, Prime Minister, call it. We still want to know, though, Prime Minister, this $231 million contract, was it given to Justin Ogilvy, the Tivoli strongman and businessman, the Coke-aligned family businessman, or is it being just fronted by the inexperienced Dwight Construction? Brittany Elron, Keith Salmon, how on do? We want to know. It is taxpayers' money. Surf is twirling around and kicking back, going on in this contract. Me not even go talk about JPS. Me send one article to Carlos with regards to the PJ Patterson. If you don't want to read it, it's got to do with the contract in 2001, PJ and the bankrupt Norant, what did buy out JPS, and it's a mess. But Carlos a lead pan that story there, and anything we do with hope and number and money, me can't bother getting it. So I know Carlos is definitely going to go deeper into that. So me not even I got taught upon the JPS flip-flopping and rapping. But all of you must ask the Prime Minister who get this contract. Tell him, say, Wayne over Global TV said Justin Ogilvy gets the contract and subcontract it to Dwight. If it's not so, Prime Minister, let's see the competition and the what you call it? The procurement documents. Yes, Carlos will deal with the JPS part. Me can't bother ramble to that there now. But Tribridge, whatever hanky-panky going on at Tribridge, we want to know. We want to know because it's us, the taxpayers, that are paying for every nickel and dime. Well, as we say, L-Dog, a monkey wouldn't use a stick for jamming at the river to see how deep it is before them cross it. But this contractor, these people who are meant to have a civil engineering skill, these people who are meant to have done a risk assessment, these people who should have done a risk assessment on subsidence or subsidence or whatever you want to call that word, when we don't know which one to call it. But you would have thought that all those measures would have been put in place by a qualified or competent construction company. But them just come cowboy and prento, so lead one to ask who really gets that contract. And I am told by the Prime Minister friend them, do I not have what it takes to bid for government contract? Any work where you say do it construction I do, the contract has been given to Justin Ogilvy, and Justin Ogilvy submitted out to Dwight Construction. It was the same thing with the roads them in a Portmore, where Dwight Construction I do. The contract wasn't awarded to Dwight. It was awarded to Justin Ogilvy. the Western Kingston strongman, badman, businessman, the coke, laundry, money laundry cleaning company. So is the Prime Minister still pumping, is the government still pumping money into Western Kingston backdoor rather than developing Western Kingston? So Western Kingston can become a vibrant economic hub where all sorts going on around there. They rather to channel money through the backdoor deal using government contract and taxpayers' money, channeling those money into their special businessmen without the community is being developed or receiving any economic advantage from all those sideways and backways money that the government is running around with. So right now we're talking about 2 laundromat tonight because the dancing with them kill is a laundromat for liberty. And this year 1 year was Dodo's business partner, strongman and laundromat. Involved heavily with the government and NCB involved too. Because members say after the Tivoli incursion, Justin Ogilvy was in court over NCB, with NCB over account galangin. Is Dodo still getting contract from behind bars, Prime Minister? Is Dodo still getting contract from behind bars? That's Justin Ogilvy. Justin, I think, is originally from St. Elizabeth, but have been living in Western Kingston for years. That's his son that was murdered at some gas station in Western Kingston in 2018. But our government and our politicians, as we know, have been twaddled and waddled in crime, corruption, and violence. But it has gone loose under this particular Jamaica Labour Party government. It has never been so terrible. It has never been so terrible. At this make we can't find the details where we are looking for about these contracts. Because them have to push under blanket and wrap up on a towel, push on the pillar, and then spread bed and a come tell with inexperienced, incompetent Dwight construction who don't know how to do a risk assessment, who don't know how to do an assessment and subsidence. Are you kidding us, Prime Minister? Then you done saw me. Me when I know better than Ono. So you done saw me. Boy, I look like they done me and win the dance competition, boy, you know. It look like. Remember, you know, Prime Minister. Me, Fitz Bailey, Stephanie Lindsay, Nesta Morgan, Matthew Samuda, Dana Morris Dixon, all of we turn we book upside down when we are read. All of us. All of we turn we book upside down when we are read. So on a one way and on a two way, all of we do it. When we are reading, we turn we book upside down. And that's how we read it. Can't take with a fool. And we are good fool We don't hear nobody talk about Little Matt's crimes yet. Have you heard anyone that spoke about Matthew's crime? Have you heard anyone spoken about Matthew's election fraud, electoral fraud? Anyone? Nobody? Margaret Wilson, Rowan Perry, Honolulu, Yvonne Bradford, Christine Gilbert, Colin Richards, Norman Ferguson, Real Sweet L Dog. Nobody not hear perspective. Nobody not hear nothing. I'm not cancel. They don't hear. Natasha Da Costa, how are you? Me not hear nothing. Nobody not hear nothing. Nobody not hear say Matt, the little boy from London, commit election fraud. You mean nobody not hear yet? Nobody. Me I go play it again. When them hear, then we tap play it. When them hear, when them hear, say Matt, little Matt, got caught red-handed, committing fraud in order to cement himself in a constituency, to legitimize his seat, to be duly nominated for the next general election. No one has heard of Little Matt's crime. Electoral fraud in St. Anne's. No one. Not even the dopey them when Nigel rent building for millions per month. Not even them dopey them have heard. It look like the one dopey where walk and attack. That the dopey they not talk in a nobody is where it matter. Neither Labour nor PNP, because PNP not here neither. No. PNP has not heard a word of the electoral fraud in St. Anne's. Not a word. Everybody broke tick in a them ears. Everybody's walking around. La, 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 la. Is how everyone is going around. Not a soul heard one single word of Little Matt's crime. Not a soul. Cliff, don't hear. Dunce, unable to read a straight line, Chinella pulling, don't hear. Diane Jackson, Emily, don't hear. Nobody not hear. Charnel Williams. Nobody hear a word. Nobody speak a word. The American Army rules is being exercised here. Don't speak. Don't tell her. Don't ask. Don't tell. Don't ask. Don't tell. Little Matt, the political scammer, Rowan says. Nobody heard of Matthew Samuda's election fraud. Something as serious as this that goes to the heart of our Constitution. Lord Jesus, I want to pick up Mark Golden and I want to throw him hard to the wall. I said it last night and I'm going to repeat it tonight again. When the Prime Minister did not get his way with regards to ratifying phase 1 of the constitutional review because of the final court, rather than speaking about the final court, the Prime Minister make it into an argument of nationality and birtherism. That was championed by the Prime Minister's entire party and his political cahoots. something which does not violate our constitution, something which wasn't politically or morally contradictory to the constitution or our system of governance. The Jamaica Labour Party took Mark Golding's passport, citizenship, colour, and heritage and made it one big brouhaha of a storm. Everybody run out and take a lick off Mark Golding about loyalty and all the things they could attach. Oh, me not see no PMP around come out, come lick Matthew Samuda over a blatant crime. A blatant breach of laws, a blatant breach of our election law. Nobody no run come out and take a lick off of Matthew Samuda. I was so. I will Matthew Samuda know about you. I won't do. When Matthew Samuda know about, I wish part on a very body PNP, when Matthew Samuda know the body them there. I wish part on a very body when Matthew Samuda know about. Darrell Vaz, can you say nothing, no secret? Has Matthew Samuda ever owned or has ever been the holder of a Jamaican passport? Has Matthew Samuda ever been the holder of a Jamaican passport? Because when birtherism turned around and poor old Matt said he's going to renounce, he's taking steps rather to announce his British citizenship. If Matt does not or did not hold a Jamaica citizenship and passport, will Matt be going through the normal naturalization process, or will Matt be given diplomatic status, or will Matt be jumped ahead of the queue and be given all necessary without any scrutinization? Is Matt stateless at the moment? Is a question. If he's neither British or Jamaican, what is he, dangling halfway up there, Matt? The knife that Andrew wielded at the goat stick his very own sheep. Let's look at Matt's criminality.
Dr. Ryan Simpson, and I'm the representative for the People's National Party for North East St. Anne for Member of Parliament. Today, I'm making this video to expose a matter of grave illegality and deception and dishonesty on the part of the representative for the Jamaica Labour Party, Mr. Matthew Samuda. Mr. Samuda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like to take the likes up to 200 for me, please? Thank you very much.
Samuda has attempted to transfer his vote from wherever it is. We know that Mr. Samuda does not live in North East St. Anne. However, he has attempted to transfer his vote here in the constituency of North East St. Anne. The issue at hand, as I was informed by our scrutineer who has gone on the team to verify him some time ago, along with the representative for the Jamaica Labour Party and the verifiers of the EOJ, is that Mr. Samuda has attempted to deceive the Electoral Office of Jamaica by giving an address that is known not to be his home address in North East St. Anne. In fact, I've been reliably informed that when Mr. Samuda is here in the parish of St. Anne, that the apartment in which he stays is not even in North East St. Anne. In fact, his apartment is in one of the popular developments in Northwest St. Anne, one of the popular gated communities. So he does not have a residence in Northeast St. Anne, but rather in Northwest St. Anne or in Kingston, where he lives. However, the address he gave was an address in Fern Grove in Otrias. I've had a chance of visiting that address myself along with the scrutineer to see exactly the place that he said he lives. As it turned out, this address belongs to the scrutineer of the Jamaica Labour Party. So Mr. Samuda has given as his home address in Northeast St. Ann the address of the Jamaica Labour Party's scrutineer. This is the same scrutineer that would have come and verified me when I transferred my vote from my home constituency of Matney in Southeast St. Ann to here, Northeast St. Ann. Now, he has given to the EOJ the address of this JLP scrutineer and said that this is his address. It's false, it's illegal, it's dishonest, and it's a deception. And I'm exposing it. I'm calling it out because Mr. Samuda is a lawmaker. He's not even an aspiring lawmaker. He is a sitting senator, and a sitting senator is a lawmaker, a legislator. And we are doing everything we can to stem the tide of electoral fraud, and to know that now Mr. Samuda is actually himself practicing electoral fraud is a matter of grave concern for the people of Jamaica who already have been embroiled in this, grave matters of corruptions in government. I want to share with you the video. My scrutineer and I, we went to visit the address. So take a look at this video for yourself. All right. So it's through this lane. So this is a lane where Mr. Matthew Samuda said he lives. Wow. This house here? Mm-hmm. So this is the house right here. So he said he lives here. Mm-hmm. Right here. That's a house with a little thing on the top. So this is where they want to say the candidate for the Jamaica Labour Party lives. And this is the house you came. So look here, Ricardo. You're saying you know the person who live here?
Yeah, I know her. I know her.
You know her very good?
Yeah.
And
no, Bernie, when me and him come verify, you don't know.
Oh, that's the girl.
Yeah.
That's what. Oh, so it's a verify. It's a scrutineer house. Him giving us his address. Because I know her. Was she named Vern, right?
Vern.
Another issue that I would also like to raise as it relates to the EOJ and allegations that the EOJ might be giving special treatment to Mr. Samuda where this is concerned. And by that I mean the same scrutineer has expressed to me that Mr. Samuda would have received up to 6 visits from the EOJ in its attempt to verify him.
About 6 visits in there.
6? No, that's not true. Don't please don't lie.
3 times when we come in there.
You came 3 times.
3 times when we come in over there.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4th time when I don't know who called him when she come.
Mm-hmm.
That is the Tuesday.
You have your papers them too?
Yeah, man, I'm sitting there. That is the.
So you're saying the EOJ came here at least 6 times to visit Mr. Samuda? Ricardo, I'm going to put this out publicly so I know I embellish the story.
First time when I came, he wasn't here.
And you didn't come? Wasn't there?
Me there.
Okay, so.
First time. Right, that's how we come and verify one of them.
Okay.
2 of them.
Two
of them on the paper.
Okay, him and another person. Not related though?
No.
Okay. So you came the first time with them, but he wasn't here?
Yeah, he wasn't here. And the second time, that I 3 times, I may never come. The second time.
Jennifer, that's not in dispute. Where is the conglomerate of the People's National Party to jump in on it? Just like when one talk about Mark Golden passport, everybody in a Labour jump up and take a lick off of Mark Golden. Everybody. All Juliet Cockburn talk about she owned more of Jamaica than Mark Golden because fair parents did pick cotton off Mark Golden. It was a whole heap of brouhaha. Where is PNP in this crime?
The 4th time here, the 11th time here, and the 18th time here.
Those are the 3 times?
That I 3 times.
Where you were never there?
When me never there. And the 4th time now, just at us body here. Then come back, the paper
Anthony R. Blessings, bro.
They care about the paper.
4 times. Okay, so they give him a 4th visit.
Yeah.
But he said 6, so a 4.
A 5 times that.
Count how much date they say you count?
No, this a data. My mind on me said yesterday then come before when me verify one of them. It's two paper upon one.
Okay, so that's one time.
Yeah. And then now we come back again. He weren't here.
That's two times.
Two. And the other 3 times now. Where then come back. When they call me, I got a doctor.
Are you sure they came to verify him as well?
And then come to verify him. Because the paper signed. I don't know if I first time after me never come, then come and sign the paper. But the last visit, when me come, him sign the paper and the labor right sign the paper.
And you say you're not signing it?
Me not sign on.
He was here?
No.
So how you know him sign the paper?
Because I look on the paper. And I see where his scrutineer sign the paper.
Okay. If that is the case, then that also is an issue of greater concern, because as it stands here in Northeast Centre, there are many people who believe that the EOJ in Northeast Centre has been very sympathetic and biased to the cause of the Jamaica Labour Party. And so, an allegation like this would, make it even more convincing, this allegation that the JLP, the EOJ is biased to the JLP, if Mr. Samuda did indeed receive 6 visits, because the law requires only 3 visits. So that, especially for a transfer, whether transfer or new additions, the law requires 3 visits. And if after 3 visits the person is not found or cannot be verified, then they are called in for a sitting.
Thank you, Charnel. Who wants to second the super chat?
Has gone there. He said he has gone there at least 3 times, and there were 3 times that he was not able to attend, but he knew that they would have gone there. And one of the times when he would have gone and seen Mr. Samuda there, he refused to sign the form because he.
When you get exclusive information about Chybridge contract and a Charnel alone pay for it, you see, you stay bad.
He was convinced that this was not the home of Mr. Samuda. He knows the owner of the house. He knows the occupants of the house. And he knew that Mr. Samuda does not reside there. However, he insists that Mr. Samuda would have received 6 visits from the EOJ. And if that is the case, then something is fundamentally wrong and needs to be investigated. So at this point, I'm calling upon Mr. Samuda to come forward and address this matter. If he believes that there is no truthfulness to it, then I'm asking him to come forward and address it and clear up this issue of falsifying his address and attempting to defraud and deceive the Electoral Office of Jamaica, which is a breach of the law. Secondly, I am calling on the Electoral Office of Jamaica, the Director of Elections, and the returning officer in Northeast Centre to clarify this matter of 6 visits being given to Mr. Samuda, because that for us would be preferential treatment and would be inconsistent with the law.
There are a lot of people who have questions to answer in this messy affair. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica and the Director of Elections have questions to answer. This is an allegation of election fraud implicating the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. They have questions to answer. Matthew Samuda the alleged accused, Matthew Samuda, has questions to answer. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, with the Office of the Director of Election in his office, has questions to answer. The Prime Minister with the Office of the Political Ombudsman in his office has questions to answer. So why these people are so silent, me don't know. Or why they're acting as if we should ignore such a blunder, such a breach in our election laws. Me don't know why they're so silent. Or me don't know why them expect we not to talk. There's too much hanky-panky going on, Adolf Denon. Too much hanky-panky going on with this government. And still them I give contract to bad man. I'm also reliably informed that Darrell Vaz and the owner for Dwight Construction are quite well good friends. And they must have office in a Portland next to Darren office from Brown's Plaza, something like a so. Florence Hamilton, how are you? But the contracts given to Dwight Construction by Darrell Vaz and by Desmond McKenzie to do with markets, to do with road construction, to do with debushing of roads. Are those contracts really given to Dwight Construction? Or is Dwight Construction fronting the contract for Justin Ogelby, as it was the situation with the contract that Dwight Construction was fronting in Portmore doing roads, but those contracts were really awarded to Justin Ogelby. A whole heap of contract, Dwight getting on a long time. Mama P give him contract too. I know them ya one year alone give him. Lisa, how are you? I know them ya one alone give him. Last year, they gave him a big contract down at Old Harbour too. I wonder if Justin Ogelby has anything to do with the 100 and something $1 million contract that they got in Old Harbour last year in St. Catherine to do roads last year. The contractor of kickbacks. So there's a deeper look need to be taken into Dwight Construction. Is Dwight Construction fronting a criminally aligned organization? Or is Dwight Construction a real, credible, and competent enough contractor? Or Dwight is an extension to the Koch clan of Western Kingston? There are so many questions in these unfolding debacle to which the Jamaican government is intertwined into. There's going to be more questions coming, Prime Minister. If you know how Labour disgruntled across the country, Iona Thompson, good evening. If you know how Labour across the country is disgruntled by the way you're handling the relief effort and how, Prime Minister, the relief effort is being politicized on the ground. Hey, Flight Green, you don't know what awaits you at the next election. Your people are boiling, Flight Green. Your people are boiling. And the Jamaica Labour Party supporters across the country are boiling because they expected to get a better support from their government, which isn't coming, some are yet to see, and some may not see, they are disgruntled, Prime Minister. They are disgruntled. And remember, I told you, this is your test, Prime Minister. And if you failed this, Prime Minister, it will be your greatest election defeat. That which you said in Parliament, I think 2 weeks ago, when you told Jamaicans who have just gone through one of the greatest disasters Jamaica has ever seen, that they will have to take a loan from a government who has collected catastrophe bond, who has collected billions of international donor money, is loaning rescue and relief effort money to the people of Jamaica in our democracy, our brand Jamaica. Could you really make it up? This was the people's point of view. Thank you for joining us tonight. Join us back here tomorrow morning, where we will continue to ask, have you heard of Little Matt's breach?